Hello guys, welcome back. Today I'm super uber mega excited to be sharing this video with you guys because recently I came across this amazing series, and yes, there is a lesbian relationship that actually goes on between Raissa and Ruth.
Hace otra. Vale, mira, es verdad, he venido con ella, es verdad, pero porque...
No hace falta que tengamos esta conversación ahora.
Es que de verdad que no quería llevarte, va a flipar, iba siempre con Amelie. En todo, en todas las cosas que quiero cambiar y estoy...
So basically the series is called What Are We Waiting For? Yes, once again the series is called What Are You Waiting For? And it's basically a Spanish romantic comedy television series. It follows a Turkish descended pilot who is very respectful and who comes from a very successful family, who's actually set to take over the family business with a very, traditional father who wants him to find a good wife, form a family, and also, take over the family business. But this young Spanish guy, he has his own way of living. He wants different for him, and everything for him changes when he meets a single mom who's also going through a lot of family troubles when it comes to her mother as well. And she's a single mom, so basically it follows their journey in general. But during this whole situation, there's also a lesbian situation that actually develops between Raissa and Ruth, which is pretty interesting if you ask me. So let's break it down real quick. So Ruth is actually the sister of Sonia. She is a lesbian, but her mother knows she actually is. But her mother tries to ignore that fact because her mom also wants her to find a husband. On the other hand, we have Raissa, who's actually going through a very, difficult breakup with her fiance, who she got engaged to, that later on dumped her and went on and got moved on to another woman. But also in this case, Raissa, she also comes from a very, in this case, conservative family because she's actually the sister of the Turkish guy. So it's basically like the brothers dating each other, more or less. And after that, the brothers dating the other brothers, sibling. Hopefully it makes sense. So that's how the two actually embark. So they both basically met at a family dinner that, the family is organized so that her brother, in this case, Raissa's brother, can meet, one of them. But of course, the brother actually ends up, being more drawn to Sonia, but that's not what I want to talk about. So basically, on that dinner, they met. And at this moment, Raissa, she actually reached out to Ruth and they just hooked up. They basically just hooked up for 3 days straight. They had an amazing time together. They just spent a lot of quality time together. But you can clearly see that Ruth, she wanted more. She wanted to get to know Raissa more. She wanted to explore Raissa more and be more emotionally connected to her. But on the other hand, you can also see that in this case, basically clearly that Raissa, she was going through a breakup. She was just using Ruth, to keep her mind busy. And also in this case, Raissa, she has a lot of problems when it comes to herself. She has an addiction problem. So she also has to figure that out. And now that she's going through a heartbreak, that's affecting her a lot. Her brother tries to be there as much as he can for her, but there's only so much she can do. He always advises her to go ahead and go get herself cleaned up, but she's against it. She feel like it doesn't help. But her only escape at that point is Ruth, by having fun by Ruth. But when she realized that Ruth was trying to be a little bit more, she kind of pushed Ruth away, and just a whole lot that was going on. But later on, Ruth realized that Raissa was only using her in order to get over her ex, and that Raissa will never actually want to be with her. So in this case, Raissa, she spoke to her sisters and like, I finally realized that, this is not what she wants. Her head is somewhere else and I have to give her space. So basically, Ruth goes ahead and gives her, in this case, Raissa space. But for Raissa, things wasn't going very good because she ends up finding out that her ex is engaged and she's about to get married to someone else. And that just broke her down so much that she would just went even more deeper into her, her personal stuff that she has to deal with. And also when it comes to substance. And after that, she just had this whole breakdown moment when she went to see Ruth, and then she just passed out. And then her brother, of course, in this case, Ruth, she actually called Raissa's brother to come help. And after that, you can see that Raissa was apologizing to Ruth, basically saying, hey, you're a beautiful and amazing woman. You don't deserve to go through what I am putting yourself through. So after that, that's when, Raissa realized that she needs basically to get help and go get herself cleaned up. So that's exactly what she did. She went through the process and getting herself cleaned up. But while she was cleaning herself up as well, she did try to reconnect with Ruth, but Ruth told her like, now and right now it's not the moment for us to try to rekindle anything. You need to figure yourself out because you're still in love with your ex, and I'm not gonna stay around any longer until you figure it out. And also at that very moment is when Raissa have decided to come out to her father. Her father didn't take it very well. He said, you can love whoever you want to love, but you're gonna get married to a man. So that's also when Raissa put her foot down and told her father, no, this is what is gonna happen. You can keep all your money. I'm gonna be me and be free. So this is already during the process while she was cleaning herself up, but she was still wanting to be with Ruth. She did really, but she also decided to respect Ruth's space. And later on at the wedding, in this case at the wedding, that's actually during the series when Raisa showed up with her ex, of course, that really, really, really bothered Ruth a lot because this is the same woman that you said you were over with, and then two days after you end up showing up with the same woman to the marriage, but it wasn't that. In this case, Raisa, she only showed up with her ex because she wanted to make her father mad. But of course, Ruth in this case, she didn't see it that way. They end up getting into this whole argument, and they just couldn't see eye to eye. But of course, Raisa, she was trying to explain it to her, but she just wasn't having it because at this point she was just so tired and exhausted about Raisa always just trying to make her like this, just take like advantage of her kindness. So after that whole situation, they parted ways, but then a situation happened, and they basically had a conversation at the end of the series, and that is where they have decided to give things between them another chance because they realized at the moment they couldn't have been together because Raisa, she needed to get help, she needed to get over her ex, and she needed to figure things out for herself in order for them to be together because it was also a moment that Ruth put her foot down and be like, until you don't figure it out, we're not going to be together. But at the end of the series, you can clearly see that they came together and they finally lived their life, which was pretty, pretty, pretty amazing to me because I really feel like Ruth at the beginning, she already knew she wanted to be with Raissa. And I also feel like Raissa wanted to, but Shinse was still going through this whole breakup with her fiance, and then her fiance left her other fiance that she got engaged to. Her other fiance came back in the picture trying to rekindle things, but things didn't go well because at this point Raissa was already getting herself cleaned up and she already wanted to go be with Ruth. And also it was a moment that we could see that the reason why her girlfriend left her is because their relationship was pretty pretty toxic, and she just felt like Raissa needed to go check herself out if she ever wants to have a serious relationship again. So the series is pretty good, to be honest. It's really good. I enjoyed every single episode. I feel like, and there's a lot of couples in it, so there's a different storylines, which just makes it pretty 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 amazing. And the show is also very hot, like it's a lot of hotness going on, spiciness going on, like it's just for me amazing. Even though it only got a 5 out of a 10 rating, me personally, since I speak Spanish, I will clearly say I really understand it, everything that was going on. I would definitely rate it a 7.5 out of a 10. I feel like the storyline is good. The lesbian couple, they have a happy ending, which makes it even better. And if you guys want to watch it, once again, it's available to watch on Prime Video, and it's called What Are You Waiting For? Yes, I will repeat it one more time. It is called What Are You Waiting For? And it's also available to watch on Prime Video. Amazing, amazing series. Highly recommended if you haven't watched it. So please go ahead and go do so. So yes, guys, that's basically it. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Until the next video, and goodbye.